Hey there, my friend. So, the streak is over. The Kansas City Chiefs' undefeated season hit a roadblock against the Buffalo Bills with a 30-21 loss. It's one of those days, right? Some days it's all clicking, and other days, well, not so much. But let me tell you, this isn't the time for panic. I know the narrative is already floating around, the Chiefs got exposed. Honestly, that take feels lazy to me. Sure, the Bills were the better team on Sunday. No denying that. But calling this a meltdown? Nah, that's not it. The Bills treated this game like their Super Bowl, and it showed. You saw Josh Allen out there, didn't you? He brought his A game and proved why he's been in MVP conversations all season. But here's the thing, the Chiefs are still sitting on top of the AFC. This was just one loss. Think about it, how realistic was a 17-0 season, anyway? It stings, sure, but it's also a reality check. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty, let me ask you, what's your one-word reaction to the game? Hit up the comments and let me know, I'll be reading them. And while you're at it, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Your support means everything to us, and with your help, we're on track to hit 2,000 subscribers. Alright, now let's talk about the main event, Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen. We knew it was going to be a showdown, and honestly, it didn't disappoint. But here's the thing, while Mahomes has been the guy we rely on in the clutch, this time, Josh Allen just looked better. Let's break it down. Josh Allen finished the day with 27 completions on 40 attempts, 262 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. He also added 55 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown. Big numbers, right? But here's the key, Allen was on fire when it mattered. The guy was in control, especially in the second half, and that's what ultimately made the difference. Now, let's talk Mahomes. He wasn't bad, but he wasn't his usual self either. 23 completions on 33 attempts, 196 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Those 2 picks were killers, my friend. We've seen Mahomes go 2 straight games without turning the ball over, but this time, those mistakes came at the worst possible moments. In a game where every possession counted, you just can't afford that kind of slip-up. But don't get me wrong, Mahomes is still the guy. Sure, this might not be his MVP year, but I'm willing to bet when the playoffs roll around, we'll see the version of Mahomes that delivers when it matters most. He's got that postseason magic, and I'm sticking with that belief. What do you think? Was Josh Allen the better QB in this one? Or do you still believe Mahomes can turn it on when it counts? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm really curious to hear what you have to say. And hey, if you're enjoying the conversation so far, don't forget to subscribe. It helps us a ton, and we're working hard to hit that 2,000 subscriber mark. Let's keep this Chiefs talk going. Now, let's focus on a bright spot from this game, Xavier Worthy. Even though the Chiefs took the loss, I've got to say, Worthy was a standout. The guy showed that he's not just a rookie anymore, he's got potential, and it was exciting to watch him out there. He finished the game with 4 catches for 61 yards and a touchdown. Not bad for a young player still finding his way. He also added a rush for 7 yards, averaging around 7 yards per carry. And trust me, you could see the chemistry building between him and Mahomes. The way he moves and makes plays, it's clear this kid has a bright future with the Chiefs. But it's not just about the numbers. Worthy's presence on the field gave the Chiefs an additional weapon. With guys like Travis Kelce and DeAndre Hopkins not making much of an impact, it was refreshing to see someone else step up. Xavier's performance was definitely a silver lining in a game that had its fair share of struggles. Do you think Xavier Worthy has what it takes to become a key player for the Chiefs going forward? Or do you think the Chiefs need more experience in the receiving corps? Let me know in the comments below. I'm excited to hear your thoughts on his performance. And, speaking of exciting, if you're enjoying our coverage, please take a second to subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Your support keeps us going, and we can't wait to reach 2,000 subscribers with your help. Let's talk about the running game, which was a bit of a roller coaster in this one. Kareem Hunt led the charge for the Chiefs with 14 carries for 60 yards, averaging 4.3 yards per carry. Not bad, but here's the thing, Kansas City kind of got away from the run game at times when it could have been a bigger factor. We know that when the Chiefs are at their best, they can mix up the run and pass. But for some reason, they weren't able to keep a consistent ground game going in this one. It felt like they abandoned it a little too early, especially when things weren't clicking with the passing game. And it's worth noting, the Chiefs are still waiting for Isaiah Pacheco to return to the lineup, which could be a game changer for the offense. Imagine having Hunt and Pacheco in the backfield at the same time. That's a dynamic duo that could open up so many more possibilities for Mahomes and the passing game. The Chiefs are still adjusting, but with both backs in the mix, this offense could really take things to the next level. What do you think, though? Should the Chiefs have stuck with the run game more in this loss? Or was it just one of those games where they needed to keep passing to catch up? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your take on this. And hey, before we dive into the defense, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're aiming for 2,000 subscribers, and with your help, we'll get there. Thanks for being part of the Chiefs family. Alright, my friend, let's shift gears and talk about the defense. We all know the Chiefs have had one of the top defenses in the league this season, but against the Bills, they didn't exactly live up to that reputation. One of the most glaring issues was the lack of pass rush. The Chiefs didn't get to Josh Allen once. Not even once. And when you're facing a quarterback like Allen, that's a big problem. Sure, the Chiefs only allowed 30 points, but the Bills' offense was moving the ball all day long. They finished the game with over 300 total yards, and Allen was able to sit back in the pocket and pick apart the secondary. There were just 4 QB hits and 3 tackles for loss in the entire game. That's not going to cut it against a team like Buffalo, especially when they're clicking on offense. We've seen this Chiefs defense shine earlier in the season with a strong pass rush, but in this game, they just couldn't get to Allen. And let's not forget, the Bills were missing some key receivers. Guys like Deontay Hardy and Dawson Knox weren't fully healthy, but Allen still found ways to get the ball to his guys like Gabe Davis and Khalil Shakir. It's clear, if the Chiefs want to make a deep playoff run, this pass rush has got to improve. When you let a guy like Allen operate freely in the pocket, you're asking for trouble. What's your take on the defense's performance? Do you think they can bounce back and improve the pass rush? Or do they need to make some adjustments in other areas? Let me know in the comments below. I'm looking forward to seeing what you think. Before we wrap up, don't forget to subscribe and enable the notification bell. Your support is everything, and we're getting closer to that 2,000 subscriber goal. Let's keep this Chiefs coverage going. Up next, we'll discuss the lessons learned from this loss and how the Chiefs can bounce back in their next few games. Stay tuned.